thank you for joining me today. My name is Rissa, and we're going to do a nice fiery Beltane practice. If you're not sure what Beltane is, it is the summer fire festival. It's basically just welcoming the first of summer. It's a fun time to get social and go outside and celebrate with your friends and family. Like I said, it is a fire festival, so traditionally people would light bonfires. If you want to light a candle for this practice, I would encourage it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, we're going to focus a lot on our abs and lunges today to encourage the fire in your body. If you would like to bring props, now's the time to go grab them. You can grab either blocks or stacked up pillows or blankets, anything you have. Grab your candle if you would like. And also this is a very dancey festival, so any yoga poses that you'd like to do more movement or maybe even dance it out a little bit, that's definitely welcome. Nobody's watching you, so definitely give it your all. And let's get started. We'll start on our backs today in a comfortable lying position. Alright, so you're going to tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Imagine they're drawing into the spine. And just notice your breath. Notice how you feel in the moment. If you'd like to set an intention, you may do so. An intention can be a word, or a phrase, or something you're looking forward to, or something you're aiming for, a goal. For instance, fire could be your intention, or love, or joy. And start to take deeper breaths and elongate the exhales. Great, we'll bring the right leg in and up to your chest. Grab right underneath your knee. You can interlace the fingers here and just pull the knee towards your chest. And then bring that back out. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the chest, interlacing the fingers about the shin. Or if your legs are too tight, you can always grab behind your thigh. And release. And then we'll pick up the pace here. You'll lift your right knee into your chest, hover the left leg up off the ground. Or if that's too much for you, you can keep it lowered. And then we're going to switch the knees back and forth at your own pace, but try to encourage a little warmth in your core. Suck the navel to the spine. Again, if it's too intense, you can always keep that leg, the long leg lowered. Just a few more here, you got it. Great, and then we're going to bring both knees into the chest and rock side to side. Great, bring the knees and legs into a 90-degree angle here. Feet are just relaxed, you don't have to point them or flex them. And already you should start to feel your lower abs turn on and engage. And then bring the arms up behind the head, interlace the fingers, and then make sure to keep the elbows nice and wide. And then on our inhales, we'll lower, and the exhales will crunch up. So inhale to prepare, and exhale to crunch. Inhale down. Exhale to crunch. Inhale back down. Exhale, come up. Try to keep the chin away from your chest, like you're holding a golf ball. Inhale, back down. Exhale, come up. A couple more, you can do it. Great, and lower the legs back down. Notice how you feel in comparison to the beginning. And then we'll grab behind the thighs here. And we're going to start to use our momentum and roll ourselves up. So you can rock back and forth. Try not to light your hair on fire if you have a candle. And you can do this as many times as you want. Get playful. And then we'll roll up to an all fours position. So your wrists are going to be right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath the hip points. And just find some organic movement here through the spine. Whichever movements feel good to you, you can do cat-cows, you can come into a child's pose if that core work was intense. Or you can just go, I would encourage just going where your body tells you to. Listen to what stretches would feel good. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale, lift the right leg up off the ground. Keep the hips nice and square. Engage through your core. And then once you feel stable here, lift the left arm up off the ground. So your opposite leg is lifted and your opposite hand is lifted. Or if that's too much for you, you can keep the hand lowered. And then on our exhales, we'll curl the knees and the elbows to touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale to extend. And exhale, bring it through. Two more at your own pace. And then the last one we'll hold. Press the mat away. Really tuck the knee into your chest. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Great job. You can come off the wrists here, give them a little stretch, a little shake. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So plant the hands. And I like to claw through the fingertips here. So all 10 fingerprint pads are gripping the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg off the ground this time. Again, the hips are level. Navel is drawn in. And if this is enough for you, you can keep the hands right here or lift the right hand up off the floor. Inhale, extend. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, curl it through. Inhale to extend. And exhale, bring it in. Do 3 more at your own pace. And then the last one we'll hold. Really press the mat away, tuck the knee into your chest. If you're shaking, welcome it. Hold, 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 squeeze, and then release. Good job. You can come into a child's pose briefly here, or again, just shake out the wrist. Notice how you feel. Great. And then we'll come to our tabletop pose. Lift the right leg off the ground and extend it back. And then exhale, bring it through as if you were curling it, and then bring that foot in between your hands for a nice little lunge. You can bring that back knee towards the back of your mat if you need more of a stretch. And this would be a great place if you have blocks or rolled up pillows or blankets. You can place them underneath your hands to lessen the stretch. If you want more of a stretch, inhale, raise the hands up towards the sky. And then perhaps you add a little back bend. Breathe. Chest stays lifted wherever you are. And then exhale back down. And then bring that knee back in line with your other one. Take a few breaths. Inhale, lift the back leg, extend, and then exhale to curl it through, squeeze, and then bring that foot in between your hands. You can walk the back knee back a little bit. And then you can stay here or inhale to lift the arms up towards the sky. And maybe lift the chest and bend the spine back. Exhale, float the hands back down. Bring the knee back in line. Come into a child's pose here. Find any movement that might feel good today in your body. Great, we'll come back to our all fours. Reset your base. Press the mat away. So you should really feel your upper back doming. Neck stays straight and in line with the spine. Tuck your toes and lift your knees off the mat. And if you can't hold it, even if you lift for 2 seconds and then lower back down, that's amazing as long as you get back into it. Listen to your body. And then we're going to lift up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out here. Find what feels good. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, curl it through. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. And this time, plant the foot in between your hands, like we did earlier. You can lower the back leg here if you need to, or it'll keep that knee lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, coming into a nice crescent lunge. Keep really stable through your base. Your weight should be in the heel. Great, inhale. We're going to bring the back foot up to meet the right. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold it through. Plant the hands, step the feet back to a plank pose. You can lower to your knees if you would like. Just try to keep your spine in a straight line, so try to avoid arching the glutes here and try to avoid swaying and sagging through the stomach. Or if you're in full plank, make sure to press the mat away, suck the tummy in. Great, we'll be here for a second, and And then we'll start to lift the left leg up. Exhale, curl it through, some mountain climbers. Inhale, right leg comes up and through. Great, switch. And you can do this at your own pace, as fast or as slow and controlled as you would like. Turning on the abs. If you start to shake here, that's wonderful. Getting stronger. 2 more on each side. Great, and then lower down to your belly. Take a few breaths here. And then hands, I like to bring them off the mat, but you can leave them underneath your shoulders. And then we're going to engage the muscles of our back and round up for a cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, round up. Couple more at your own pace. And if you only come up to here, that's wonderful, as long as you're listening to your body. Great, we'll press up to a plank pose, and then up and back to downward facing dog. Find some movement here, however you would like. Great, and then inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bring it through between the hips, or the foot, I mean. And you can keep that back leg and knee lowered, or you can keep it lifted and arms come up to the sky. Breathe here. You can dance here, however feels good, incorporating that energy. Have some fun. It's the beginning of summer. Exhale, we'll bring that back leg up to meet the left. Inhale, hands come up towards the sky. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. All right, plant the hands, step the feet back once more. And instead of the mountain climbers like we did last time, we'll just start to twist our heels from one side of the mat to the other. Dipping the hips down. If you are doing this on the knees, it's the same movement. You're just twisting slightly through the obliques and bringing the hips slightly down toward the mat. Encouraging some heat. Great, lower the knees down. Come into a child's pose. And just breathe here. Reflect back on the intention that you made at the beginning of class. And then we're going to come into a puppy pose variation. And if puppy pose isn't in your practice and your shoulders are really tight, you can stay in child's pose and practice bringing the elbows. Well, there's a few options. You can stay in a child's pose if that feels good for you today. Or we'll come to our tabletop position here. Walk the knees back. And then we'll start to melt the chest down to the mat. And you can sway side to side. If this is uncomfortable, You can bring a block or a pillow underneath your chest to kind of relieve some of the weight from your shoulders. But if it feels all right, you can start to melt the chest all the way down to the mat. Your chin or your forehead can be on the mat. And just breathe. You can wag your tail. Notice how your breath is different in this pose. Great. We'll come through to our belly, to the nice splits pose. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Palms are splayed out wide. If this is too intense for your lower back, you can bring your elbows out farther, and it should lessen the stretch. Or if you need more of a stretch, you can bring your chest more in between your elbows, and then bring your toes to the outside corners of your mat. You want to look at the top edge of your mat here so that your neck stays straight. And then we'll roll over onto our backs again. Again, be mindful of the candles if you have any. We'll be safe with our practice. Bring the knees in, so your feet are flat on the ground. Shoulder blades tuck in towards the spine. Nice open chest. Palms are flat on the mat. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone under. So imagine your tailbone is tucking a little bit, ever so slightly, up towards your chin. And that will engage your core. And then we'll inhale, and then exhale, lift the glutes off the mat using your quads. You want your chin to be facing up towards the sky, and then your chest will come to your chin. And there should be a lot of space between your chin and your chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise it back up. And if you only raise until right here, that's totally fine. I do want you to challenge yourself, but also listen to your body and be intuitive. Exhale to release. If wheel pose is in your practice, we will be doing that next. If it is not in your practice or you're not comfortable with it, keep doing the up and down bridges. You get the same benefits. But if you are coming into wheel, another note, if you wanted it to be more restorative, you could bring a block or a rolled up towel underneath your sacrum. For those of you who are doing wheel, we'll bring our hands about to your ear points on the mat. If you're new to wheel, you can keep your palms and your feet a little wider, as wide as the yoga mat may be. And then engage your abs, come up to that bridge position, and then push through the palms and extend to wheel. Play around with it. Perhaps bringing a foot up if you'd like to find a lifted and spider. I don't think the garden spider will hurt anybody. And you can try to, you can either stay in your one lifted wheel pose, or you can come down and then go back up into it if you need to rest a little bit in between wheels. Spider is freaking me out, but I don't want to kill it on both. I don't like killing beings. So just play around with it. Great, and then we'll all meet on our backs. You can bring your knees to your chest and rock back and forth if you need to release your spine. Sometimes a happy baby feels nice. Do whichever pose would feel best for you tonight. And then when you're ready, we'll come to our backs, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you, release through the jaw, release through the eyebrows, bring the tongue off the roof of your mouth, and find a nice steady breath here. Notice how your practice today made you feel. Maybe checking back on your intention. Or just simply breathing, letting your thoughts come and go, but not engaging. And then if you have time to stay in your Savasana, I would recommend it. If you have to go, I hope you have a wonderful Beltane and are able to incorporate some rituals today. If you have other questions or if you want to know more about what Beltane is, you can go check out my other video that I posted about what Beltane is and how to celebrate it. Other than that, we'll bring the hands to the heart center. The light in you sees, honors, and loves the light that's inside of each of you. My name is Rissa. Namaste.